compassionate awakening is important for human society because this is how we're going to give an undergird what's necessary to make this change. It's not just passing laws, but it's also about changing our basic way of living, about what sort of the default expectation is for human beings. And that gets into ethics. That's why I say, quoting from Thich Nhat Hanh, who says that individual awakening is nice, but it's not enough. What we need to save our planet is a collective awakening. A collective awakening is what's required, that we all have to understand that we're together on this, and that whatever we do affects somehow, somewhere, what other people do as well. Not only what other people do, but other animals, plants, minerals, and everything on the planet does. And I think we need some sort of ethical revolution. I think the principles for this ethical revolution are essentially already placed, and you see people talking about that, talking about it all the time. People talk about the need to consume less and the need to go vegan, for example. So it's not like I'm the first person to think of this by any stretch of the imagination, but nevertheless, we need we need to put an ethical dimension in this. We need to be able to say this is part of our culture. That no one questions do not kill, for example. That's something that's shared across all religions, all ethical systems, secular humanists. Everybody says do not kill. And that's sort of accepted as a default. Whereas if you go back to maybe 20,000, 30,000 years ago, we didn't have that kind of culture. The people you would probably not kill your relatives, but anybody outside of your immediate tribe, you wouldn't have any compunction about. This is just the way things work. It wasn't until the axial age, the age where Pythagoras, the Buddha, Confucius, the Hebrew prophets, and so forth, all those thinkers came along and they said, no, this is not enough. We need a more ethical way of thinking. And these people were not successful at first, but eventually that became the foundation of our modern civilization. Now we need to extend those principles, do not kill, for example, to all living things, not just humans, but all other living things as well. As many ancient philosophers, as well as many modern philosophers have argued that very thing. And do not kill, I think, has a positive aspect as well as a negative aspect. Do not kill, in the first place, it means, okay, so don't go around killing people. I mean, that's the first thing it means. But it also means you will protect life. It's a positive injunction to protect life, take care of people, make sure they're doing all right, and so forth and so on. If you're letting them die on the streets because they're homeless or something like that, that's not good. That's just, I mean, even though you didn't stab them, by inaction, you're sort of carrying out the same kind of activity. So I think we need the positive injunction to protect life. The same thing for do not steal. Of course we wouldn't steal. But, it's also, that means you need to be generous. That you need to be, if you see people that are in need and you have more than they do, you need to be thinking about that. You think, what could I do about that to remedy that situation? So there's a positive and a negative thing. Of course, you're not going to burn down their house and run off with all their belongings or anything like that. But you're also going to make sure that they have enough. So I think there's implicit in that is social justice. There needs to be some kind of social justice. And do not lie. Now, there's an ethical, a positive and a negative dimension to that too. That do not lie can mean, okay, don't tell people that that such and such is the case, when actually it's something else. Or don't lie about how much money you've got. I mean, I could think of some various examples of how lying might take place. But there's also a positive side as well as a negative side, is that you need to make sure that what you do say is said in as compassionate a way as possible in the first place, and in the second place as clearly and appropriately as possible, so that what is needed for the truth to go out. For example, about climate change, for example, is that we need to tell people about climate change because this affects their future and the future of all life on the planet. So I think this is the kind of ethical revolution I'm talking about. It's already out there. It's not like this is something new that just broke on the scene, in the last decade or something. It's already out there. We just need to make sure that it applies to all life on the planet, all life in the universe for that matter, and even to plants and to inanimate objects, because everything is related. Everything that we do is related to each other.